Hey guys, Isabella here. We are back for another book review. So today I'm going to do two book reviews in one just because I feel like I'm going to get through these kind of quickly, but at the same time I'm not, but it's better to just get them both done now because I've read them both within this week. So today we are going to be reviewing Room Service by Maren Stoffels and Seven Deadly Secrets by Natalie D. Richards. I don't even know where to begin with any of these books. So we're gonna start here. So this is called Room Service and says it's almost here, the date I'll never forget, the anniversary of the day they killed her, and now it's the day I'll kill one of them. Be careful what you order. No parents, no rules. Fender, Linnea, Lucas, and Kate are celebrating Kate's birthday in a luxury hotel. They're here to have fun and make forever memories. They all know not to bring up what happened last year, especially on this weekend. All that matters is having the most epic time ever. But the party is over. Someone's leaving messages at their door. Someone knows exactly what happened a year ago, and someone who wants revenge. So I genuinely thought this was going to be an okay book. It's not very long, and it's written kind of written how I would write if I were to write a horror book. So this is kind of on my level of how I would write a horror book, but the fact that it was so disappointing. I am so mad at how disappointing this book was. I'm literally giving it a 3 out of 10 because I'm that mad and disappointed at it. Because it literally, not only does it, so it starts out, with every other, chapter, I guess, because it's not a chapter, it's a part, where it's just, the renovation, and then it's, renovation, and entrance, and, the suite, and it's also, there's 4 people, but it's only in 2 point of views, which I don't quite understand. But it's also, it leaves us a little message, right after the chapter. It's it's almost here, the day I'll never forget, the day they murder her, and it'll be the day I murder them. So it does that on every other chapter. And it's, it's not, very long and detailed. But the fact is that it's, it just... you get through the couple of chapters and then, or the couple of different point of views, because it only goes through Fender and Linnea's point of view, which I don't get. But it's after you get through the first point of views, it's so stupidly cliche obvious of who the fucking killer was. I'm actually just gonna spoil this book because I'm not even gonna suggest for you to go read it because it's this fucking disappointing. So pretty much it's all about there's a girl named, I can't even pronounce her name, it's Estole or something like that. It's spelled Isolde. Estolde or whatever the fuck, I don't know. She used to be Fender's girlfriend, I think. She used to be Fender's... Okay, this is gonna get very confusing, so stick with me. She used to be Fender's girlfriend. And she got into an accident with all of them involved because they were all drunk and went to a party. At Kate's party last year, they got drunk. And she was there to do something which caused her to fall and have an accident to where she has no eye now. And then she went on and committed suicide. And now it's a year later after that. Which, in retrospect, she didn't kill herself. She came back a year after and realized that her friends, her so-called best friends, had replaced her with someone who literally looked like her. So they literally was treating that new girl like her. Linnea. They treated Linnea like her because she looked like her because she had the blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever. And it also turns out, so Linnea bumps into this boy named Klaus, who's also at the luxury suite. They talk for a little bit, and then it literally gives us who it is in the next couple of point of views, that it's Klaus, which turns out it wasn't Klaus, because it goes through oh, he had parts of her diary, and you killed her, you did this, and it's a bunch of oh, this is how I felt, you know, after the accident, and oh, it drove me to kill myself because of what you guys did and all that stuff. And it just turned out to be, not only was Klaus, it's whatever her fucking name was, sold whatever the fuck, I don't know. It was her in disguise, but they literally couldn't tell it was her because she was wearing a wig and had a mask on to cover her disfigured face, I guess. But the fact that Klaus was also an alias because the boy that she had cheated on her boyfriend Fender with was Lucas, the other boy in here. Klaus is the alias for Lucas. And it was literally like, oh my god, it was so, like, I laughed and threw this book when I was at my boyfriend's because it was so fucking stupid. It was such a stupid cliche of how this went that I literally, like, I'm so disappointed. She has other books written by her that I want to read, but now I'm like, I don't want to waste the $10 that they're worth because of how fucking bad this was. I'm so mad that this was so bad because I'm not even gonna keep it. Like, it's not even worth keeping. Like, that's disappointing as shit. Like, I'm so mad. The reason why I also wanted to review this one is because it's also on the same, like, scavenger hunt, like, oh, mystery thriller chase, like, genre. So this one is 7 Dirty Secrets by Natalie D. Richards. I'm honestly gonna say she's my second favorite author, because so far her books have not done me wrong at all, and she's so fucking good at writing, like, a thriller mystery of, like, the suspense of, like, it keeping up with you and the adrenaline you feel when you read it. I actually, like, have no idea how I managed to finish this in one day, but I did. So here's what it says. I know 7 secrets. 1 caused the fall, 1 did nothing, 1 saw it all, 1 didn't care, 1 used their head, 1 played the hero, and 1 was left for dead. On her 18th birthday, Cleo receives a mysterious invitation to a scavenger hunt. She's sure her best friend Hope or her brother Connor is behind it, but no one confesses. And as Cleo and Hope embark on the hunt, they seemingly random locations and clues begin to feel familiar. In fact, every clue seems to be about Cleo's dead boyfriend, Declan, who drowned on a group rafting trip exactly 1 year ago. A bracelet she bought him, a song he loved, a photo of the rafting group taken just before Declan drowned. And then the phone call starts. Declan's voice taunting Cleo with the cryptic question, "You ready?" As the clock on the scavenger hunt ticks down, it becomes clear that someone knows what really happened to Declan, and the person will stop at nothing to make sure Cleo and her friends pay. Can they solve the hunt before someone else winds up dead? It's 31 chapters, but it's a pretty thick book. It's not a very long read. I mean, it's kind of there because she's very descriptive with how she plays out her mystery thrillers. But literally, I think I'm going to give this also a 10 out of 10 just because of how it fucking ended. Like, oh my, I can't even explain it. Like, the description itself already sucks you in that it's a scavenger hunt. So you just go through the fucking just non-ending, just like, oh my god, you need to find out who it is. And then as soon as you start reading it, you start to figure out, like, is it this person? Is it that person who they thought? And it's just like puts you on edge to no extent, until the ending. And when I tell you, when I fucking read the ending of who it was, I threw the book. I literally had to save it and threw my book because I was just like, there's no fucking way. I was just like, oh my god, of course it had to be him, of course it had to be it. So I was just like, I can't even. It was such a good fucking book, so I suggest you go read this one instead, because this one I actually fucking loved. But yeah. So yeah, I suggest you go read that one, because that one was really good. And I promise you it's worth the fucking suspense that it put me through. But yeah, that is basically it for this one. I don't exactly know which book I'm going to read next. I have a couple of suggestions that I got from Facebook, because I joined a book group on there. But, yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Everything's down in the description. You know what to do. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.